ready to do some wiring. And I've got the DT12 connector. This is a 12 position that we need. And from previous videos you may have seen, iCrimp, IWISS tools have set us up with the correct crimper so that we can connect all of the contacts for the DT. This is a size 16. I don't know if you can see it right there, but this guy just has 4 different dies, crimps down. I've got another video on that you can check out, but that's what we're gonna use to do the pins. And this is what IWISS just sent over. And we're gonna use this guy for everything we've got going on in here. So they give us cutters, if I can get these out of the box. So we've got some cutters and strippers. So we'll be able to cut and strip all of our wiring. And then we have a ratcheting crimper, which is very nice because it has all these different dies that are removable. So you can just push on these little locks and the die will pop right out. You can slip it back in and then you're ready to crimp. This is actually the die we're going to use today. We're gonna use for the blue butt connectors. We're gonna use that guy right here and crimp them down. But we'll get back to this here shortly. We just need to get a bunch of wires cut. And there's a whole bunch of other dies you can use. This one is one that I use kind of all the time on this channel. You'll see these are the open barrel connectors. Super handy to have these. Pretty much anything automotive that's OEM is going to use some form of an open barrel connector like this. So you have half of the die is larger than the other, and that's for the insulation, and then this is for putting the wire onto the contact. So that's another one that's really helpful. Those are pretty much the main ones that I use here on the channel, is open barrel. Then these are like closed barrel insulated. They're like tubular. And then these guys as well. If you have these but without insulation, you can use those guys as well. But anyway, thank you to IWISS Tools for sending out another tool for us to test. So let's just get these all set out. We're gonna use those and move this over to the side here and get our tools laid out. So first of all, from when I was in the vehicle, I determined we probably need like 100mm leads. So we're just gonna go cut a bunch of them in 100mm lengths. We got our spools of wire here. We have 6 of these. So basically one entire side of this connector is just for cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the triggers. And then we have 2 power, 2 ground, 1 sensor ground. So that's how I've got it laid out. And basically, since we're just putting it in the car in batch fire currently, we don't have the ECU changed out yet. These guys are going to be paired. So cylinders like 1 and 6 are gonna pair up 2 and 5 and 3 and 4. So I'll show you how we're gonna do that here in a second, but I'm just gonna jump into cutting all these and then we're gonna get back to it in a second. So I'll just do a quick little lapse on that. All right, so we have all the wires laid out. We have 6 of the gray. I think I'm gonna use those on the cylinders, and then anything power and ground will be white. And I have some markers that we can use to heat shrink onto these to be significant for the sensor ground and the power and things like that. So even though they're all the same color, we can still identify them and get them figured out. So there's a lot of stripping back that we need to do. So we need to get these guys prepared. So I'm gonna pull one of them out, and basically the strip length that you want on these is you want it to be about 1/8 of an inch longer than stripped back, 1/8 of an inch longer than the socket that it goes into. You want to still be able to see wire at the end of this inspection hole, so you can check that, but you don't want it butted perfectly up against that with the insulation, because if it bends, the insulation will actually put strain on the inside of the wire. So we're gonna go set my strip length, and then I'm gonna use this guy, strip all of them back, and then we need them slightly longer on the other ends. For this guy, they're gonna have to pair together, so we will set a strip length for that, and I'll just go ahead and get through all of them. So first thing we're gonna do is set them up for this, and we'll get all those done. Not bore you, we'll throw it on a lapse. Okay, we've got these all stripped back. You can see the stripping tool did a fine job. And now I think we're gonna connect them first. So, okay, so I'm gonna take a couple of the wires here and get them lined up, throw them into the connector here, and gonna lock it down on only half. We're only doing half at a time. And I'm gonna just hold it in there, clamp it down, and do the tug test. And look at that, we're pretty much good to go. Sweet. So there's one, and basically we're gonna do that to the other pairs, and then we're gonna grab these guys and do a whole bunch of these. So once again, I think we'll just throw it on a lapse and get them all done. All right, and let's just show one of these real quick. So these size 16 open barrel splices, that's about how much you want sticking out. And we're gonna take our crimper here, set it back in, crimp it down, do the tug test, and that's it. So we're just gonna do that to all of them. All right, so we got all the pins crimped on there for the DT connector. I've even gone and taken my markers, and basically what I'm doing for each one is like cylinder 1 and 6 is just a single, cylinder 2 and 5 is 2 of these markers, and then cylinder 3 and 4. So since they're batch fired together, we're just gonna put them like that. And I'll go ahead and use my torch and heat them up when we're ready, and those will be good to go. So what we can do now is pretty much just decide where we want these. I've got to get the pin out just right on these, and I'm just going to grab the other connector, make sure I have that totally correct, and then we'll go ahead and pin these up. So I think we're good to go. It's really hard to see, but 1 to 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the bottom row. So the very first one is our 1 and 6 cylinders. So basically we're gonna put our seal on right here, and we're gonna take these guys and just go in and in. You can hear that click. And depending on how these go, sometimes I'll actually take the tool, which also iCrimp makes. This is the Deutsch connector tool, and I'll just kind of push them in really gently, not hurt the seal. You can kind of give them a little push that way.